So your right side and your left side have like two slightly different things to work on, but I think in general, the biggest thing on both sides is to make sure you sit up all the way through your stroke.
Got it. I see.
So you're relying a lot on like your upper body strength to try to just shove that paddle back once you get to a certain point. So if you look carefully through your stroke here, so sorry it's a little bit more choppy, but the video is 30 frames per second. Okay, so as we're going forward and through, so your pull through here, like this portion right at the back end where your body just kind of goes into a stationary mode, you're really trying to just pressure down with the top hand without using a lot of like sitting up motion. So I think what I'm looking for is like your entire body needs to flow through. You still want the same top on pressure you're giving, but you can get a little bit more assistance from your body with like sitting up with it. So you'll see as I'm going through the pool, my body's always going to be pulling and sitting back with this. So like all through this. See, I'm sitting up, all the way through the pool. So I know this is choppier, but watch as you go into your pool and you just stop sitting up right there.
Oh man, we gotta have that Tommy trio.
Okay, again.
See? I can do that.
Right there is where your body kind of
When
freezes.
do Fred ever listen to me, and when do I ever listen to Fred? Only when he says, Chris, top hand of the gun. Oh,
Right here?
Chris, top hand of
So I would say it's like halfway through your stroke. So I'm looking at, we'll draw some lines real quick.
You don't call me
So I like to connect the ear to the hip. Then you get a really good reference point of how much you're using your core through the pool.
I know.
Okay, so see how you kind of, so you lean forward into it, and when you pull right around here, now your ear kind of gets stationary,
Left side. It's the right side.
right? So a lot of arm movement. So you're relying a lot on the upper back muscles there to really help power that paddle through. But you'll get tired a lot more quickly that way. So you want to gotta get into a good rhythm, feeling flow, like your entire. So there's like you can almost tell yourself to maybe in your mind like I'm not gonna worry too much about getting into the next stroke like right away. I'm gonna make sure I go all the way through.
Essentially relax
instead
a
of
little bit.
Yeah.
I hear you.
Yeah. Okay.
Okay.
On the right side here, also you're pulling a little bit far back, so be careful. So you'll see. I don't know if you got a chance to watch the video I did talking about stroke length.
Are you willing to? Are you?
No, I didn't watch that one.
You want to win?
So what you really want to try to focus on is right when your lower hand here
Left side, right
gets
side.
to your hip, you need to start relaxing. Any motion past your hip should only be in your follow through. So what I look for is like some of the key things that you can see is if their hands and their wrists start relaxing. So you'll see as soon as I get to my hip, you see I'm starting to relax and flex back around.
When we were purging, I was under him.
So I'm no longer like once I get to my hip, I'm not trying to shove it back.
Over him.
Because that's not what we like. You can't do that on the water, right?
Okay.
Typical Fred.
Okay. All right. So I think that's probably the biggest thing you want to look at on this right side. I mean, we can talk about I guess we can also talk about your catch a little bit as well.
Okay, so
But it's a little bit harder without a little bit faster video. So we might take some after this, but I think the biggest highlight is making sure you sit up all the way. Because I think I kind of see that on the boat too, and that's something we've talked about before.